Hey everyone, Omogonix here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So here today I'm going to be playing an old game of mine called Moosie's Kitchen. So if you've been, subscribed to my channel for long enough, you most likely know what Moosie's Kitchen is, or if you've played it before, then you most likely know what it is. It's actually one of my most popular games that I've, ever made on itch.io. It's got over 20,000 downloads, and thank you to everyone who has played the original Mooshie's Kitchen. It does mean a lot. But yeah, so this was just like a parody mascot horror game that I made early last year in February of 2023. So yeah, it was just like a parody mascot horror game that I made, and I didn't even expect it to get that popular, but it did. And yeah, it is a free game. If you want to go try it out, there's nothing to lose. If you want to go play it for yourself, it's completely free. And yeah, and at the time I was making Bodhi and Friends, which is why I have the little wishlist Bodhi and Friends on Steam here in the corner. If you click on this, it will take you to the Bodhi and Friends Steam page. Now, in case you didn't know, Bodhi and Friends is out. If you want to go check it out, that already did release last year in August. So if you want to go check out Bodhi and Friends, then yeah, link in the description below for that as well. But yeah, so today I'm going to be playing through this, and I'm going to be talking about, certain aspects of the game's development. I was actually going to instead play Shoebill Nightmare today, another game of mine, but I thought it'd be more interesting to do Moosie's Kitchen, since, I remember a lot more about this game's development, there's a lot more that comes to mind, and yeah. But here we have the credits. Oh. Yeah, the credits for Moosie's Kitchen. Yeah, we'll just skip those for now. But yeah, anyways, the credits, they usually happen at the end of the game, but if you want to, you can check them out in the menu as well. And here we have the controls as well. But yeah, so without further ado, let's finally get to checking this out. Alright, so the person you play as in this game is called Todd. There we go, the kitchen is all cleaned up and we can finally go home. I should speak to Mitch before he leaves. Afterwards, I'll speak to Veronica in her office. So yeah. Now, one thing that people have, criticized Moosie's Kitchen for is the head bob. Now, fun fact, the player camera, is literally connected to, like, the actual, like, rig of the player's head. Because as you can see here, right, the player actually has, like, a body. You can see their hands moving as you look down a bit, right, when you walk. I'm using Mixamo animations for this game, and yeah, that's why they look so realistic. But yeah, I decided that it would be cool to have like the camera attached to the player's head, so then it has like a more realistic head bob. So that's why I decided to, add on the camera to the player's head, because I was thinking at the time, it's a pretty cool, head bob, it looks like more realistic in a way. I mean, it kind of looks more like, someone's holding a camera, because when you walk in real life, it's not this shaky. But yeah, when I was making the game at the time, I thought this was actually, kind of cool. So yeah. I mean, it more so just emulates how it is to, like, hold a camera and walk at the same time. Like, if you're making a game where your character's meant to be holding a camera and the player's view is through the camera, then attaching the actual player's camera to the actual head rig of the player model would probably be a good choice depending on how you're making a game. But yeah, I like the art style I went with here as well. And fun fact, since the computer I made Moosie's Kitchen on was so old, I couldn't even play the game at the highest settings, so this is my first time being able to actually play Moosie's Kitchen at the highest settings. I wasn't actually able to on my old PC. But yeah. Also, something else that people have talked about before is the mirrors with their low FPS. The reasons to why the mirrors have low FPS is because there's actually an option in Unity to, make sure that the frame rate of the mirrors is better, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't, pay attention to it at the time. So yeah, that's why the mirrors are so low frame rate. But yeah, no, I actually like the art style went with this. And also, when it comes to the textures of the walls and stuff like that, like the wall textures and the floor texture, they're all from a site called ambientcg.com. They're basically just a bunch of free to use materials for your games and stuff. and I think they have a really nice look. I've used them in a couple of my games before, like, you know, You Are Liam, ULEM Shadow Memories, also my new Mooshi's Kitchen Reheated game as well. That's actually another reason why I'm checking this out today, is because I've recently released Mooshi's Kitchen Reheated. If you want to go check that out on itch.io, it's free. Act 1 is out. There will be 2 more acts of that coming with the full game, so yeah. But anyways, so let's actually go speak to Mitch. We got the kitchen cleaned up quickly tonight, Todd. Hey, if you see my car keys around here, let me know. I can't leave the kitchen without them. Alright, so now Mitch, he just randomly searches for his car keys. So he just walks from random position to random position, just searching for his car keys. And also Mitch's animations are from mixamo.com. And also, if you're wondering how I made these models, well, I made them using a thing called Make Human, which is basically like a free-to-use human making program. So yeah, Make Human is what I use to make the human character models, you know, because I wanted to go with like a realistic style for this game, and since this is just like a free parody mascot horror game, I didn't really worry about, you know, learning how to create realistic looking human models myself in Blender, so I just decided to use Make Human. And also, when it comes to a lot of the objects and furniture in the game as well, a lot of these are just free-to-use models from like the Unity asset store and stuff like that, because yeah, as I said, this game is just a parody, and you know, it's not really usual for me to use like free-to-use models and stuff, since with most of my games I usually prefer to make most of my own models and stuff like that. But when it comes to little parodies like this, or just certain other, you know, certain free games, I don't really care too much, but yeah. But when it comes to like a majority of my games though, I do usually like to use my own models, since, you know, I just like making my own stuff, you know, because it feels more my style. But yeah. And also, yes, I did make the Mooshi's Kitchen sign. I made this poster here as well. I also did these, you know, door signs and stuff. But yeah. And also, with how the doors work in this game, it's pretty much just like a trigger. So whenever you're standing in the trigger, the door will open and stay open, but then whenever you exit the trigger, it will then close. But yeah. Oh, we have the pooping guy. Man, this stuff is bad. I've been in here for about 30 minutes. Crap, are you kidding me? There's no toilet paper in here? If anyone's out there, please chuck me some toilet paper. I'm in the 3rd stall. Hurry, I have to get home to my wife and 4 children. Alright. So yeah, this game obviously does have a bunch of comedy aspects in it, since I wanted the game to be, you know, more comedy-based, since it is just a parody after all. And also, Mooshi's Kitchen Reheated does have some comedy in it as well, since I wanted to make sure that that game, you know, retained some of its comedy. Since even though it's trying to have a more serious story, I want it to also still be comedic as well. But yeah. Ooh, there we go. And then after he gets out of the toilet, he just does a little dance. But yeah, some people, I noticed with this toilet section here, some people had trouble knowing which stall the guy was in, like, oh, which stall is he in? You know? And yeah, some people had some trouble with that, and also just throwing the toilet paper over in general. I've had that problem a few times myself, but yeah. Alrighty, now let's go speak to Veronica. Hi Todd, before you go tonight, I'm gonna need you to speak to Mushi. In case you didn't know, we've made the decision to retire Mushi and rebrand our kitchen. Times are changing and kids these days find Mushi to be creepy. Go speak to Mushi for me. I left a retirement gift in the janitor's closet that you should give him after you speak to him. And then here we have the Plushie drawing. So Plushie is meant to be like Mushi's replacement. And this drawing was drawn by a friend of mine called Burning Eye. Then here we have another low FPS mirror. And this here is Steve. Steve's workshop, Steve only. Hey yo Todd, you can't go in the workshop today, I've got a new mascot in the works. In case you haven't heard, Mushi's being retired. It sucks to see him go, but hey, it's time for a change. Have a nice day, Todd. Alrighty. So here we have Mushi. Hey Mushi, I have something to tell you, pal. Veronica just informed me that her and management have decided to retire you and rebrand the kitchen. I know it sucks, but times are changing. Just wait here, buddy. I'm gonna go get something for you. So yeah, with Mushi's model, he's actually pretty high poly. I forget how much, how much polys are actually in his model, but let's just say I did subdivide quite a bit. There isn't millions or anything, but, there's, quite a bit. The reason as to why is because at the time, I didn't know how, smoothing worked in Blender, so I just thought that subdividing would be the best way to smooth out models. But I mean, yeah, it worked out for Mushi, but I could have also just used the smoothing feature as well, so then I didn't have to, subdivide a bunch of times. But yeah, I am proud of Mushi's original model. I will say that I do like the model that I did make for Mushi's Kitchen Reheated a bit more. I don't know why, it's just a certain style, it just seems more Mushi to me. But yeah, I mean, this looks pretty good as well. Like, this is one of my, favourite models I've made personally. Also, sorry if I sound a bit off today. I am sick at the moment as I'm recording this, but I decided to record anyway, because I really wanted to. And also, here's Mitch's car key. I noticed a bunch of people had problems finding Mitch's car key in the, when they played Mushi's Kitchen, but, in case you didn't know, it's just right here. And then when you take it, you can go to Mitch, who will now be in the bathroom. Alright, so here's Mitch. Thanks, Todd, I knew they would show up eventually. Once I'm done in here, I can finally head home and play some indie horror games on Itch.io. You should check out Lachlan Shelton, he makes great games. In fact, Lachlan Shelton recently won an award for being the best game developer of all time. He's so cool. But yeah, so if you actually find Mitch's car key and give it to him, what will end up happening is later on, when Mushi, goes rampant, and wants to kill everybody, Mitch, he won't get killed because he would have left in his car. So by giving Mitch the car keys, you've, basically saved him from getting killed. And yes, you can walk inside of him as well, and you can see his eyeballs. You can see his eyeballs right there. Alright, let's go get Mushi's gift. Aaron, the doors have no colliders, your friend Omo. So the reason as to why I put that there, this sign here, is because my friend Aaron, I was getting him to test out the game, and I think he mentioned something about getting stuck in between the doors or something, and I just decided to leave him a sign here basically saying, Aaron, the doors have no colliders, to let him know that the doors have no colliders, so then he doesn't have to worry about getting stuck inside of rooms. But yeah, because the reason as to why doors have no colliders is because when I was testing the game, it was getting kind of annoying because you could actually get stuck in certain rooms, like the janitor's closet here, if you weren't standing correctly and, you were exiting and entering the trigger weirdly. So yeah, that's why I decided in the end to just make it that the doors have no colliders. So when you bring back Mushi's gift, he'll be gone. That's weird, Mushi's gone, it's not like him to wander off like that. I should look around for him. If I can find him, if I can't find him, I'll ask Veronica for help. And then we have a crowbar here, because we get to become Gordon Freeman later on. Well, not literally, but you get what I mean. Hey again, Todd. How did Mushi take the news? Did he like his gift? Did the power really have to go out now? Go turn on the backup power in the storage area. Alrighty, so now we need to go turn on the backup power. Alright, let's flip the lever. Also, I just noticed something. Okay, yeah, this is a bit of a bug. So basically, with how I did interaction in some of my older games, is I'd have like a trigger attached to the camera, and everything that the player can interact with basically had like a rigid body component on it, and I basically constrained the rigid bodies. But one thing which I forgot to do with a lot of my games is I forgot to make it that the rigid bodies were kinematic, which means then they couldn't move at all. Because even if you constrain rigid body movements, they can still move like this, like very, like just, they can move out of position. But yeah, if you keep them as kinematic, then they don't do this. But yeah, that's why right now, these wires, or tubes that are going into the power box, that's why they're now currently sifting through the front of them, is because of like a small little glitch that can happen on rare occasions. This never happened for me when playing Mooshi's Kitchen, but this is the first time it's happened for me now. But yeah, it's a pretty rare thing, but still it can happen. Alright, the power's back on. I should get back to Veronica and tell her about Mooshie going missing. So yeah, now if you were to go in here originally, and you didn't give Mitch the car keys, he would be dead here right now. Oh no. Oh god. Veronica, I can't believe this is happening. I guess I know who's responsible for this. I need to get out of here quick. And there's Mushi. So fun fact, if you're not lucky, Mushi can sometimes actually, spot you through walls and stuff, because the way he spots you is just like via a trigger, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, and also, something which I'm actually happy with as well, is because Mushi's a bit too tall for the doors. I made it so when he walks through the doors, he actually does that little crouch animation, as you can see. And he does like a little dance as well. And yes, Mushi's animations are from Mixamo. Oh. Now Mushi's chasing me. So with them death screens, they do have a bunch of randomized death text that just says random funny stuff when you die. But yeah, so let's go play the game again. And as you can see, we are now loaded back to where we originally were. So yeah, what we need to do here is we need to avoid Mushi. And by the way, in case you didn't know, because some people don't know this, but you can actually kill Mushi. You can actually kill Mushi if you want to. That's what I'm actually going to try to do here. Because you can either escape, or you can actually kill Mushi. So yeah, in order to kill Mushi, you need to get like right behind him. There we go. And now we have killed Mushi. Well, now he's basically just sleeping in a way. I mean, he's kind of just knocked out. But yeah, we killed Mushi, guys. Mushi is now dead. He is now eternally doing the splits forever and ever. But yeah, so in case you didn't know, yes, it is possible to kill Mushi. Mushi can indeed die in Mooshi's Kitchen 1. But yeah, so after you kill Mushi, you can escape. Well, I mean, you don't even have to kill him to escape, but yeah.
Mooshie Gone Mad! A local man by the name of Todd, who works at the popular Mooshi's Kitchen, claims he survived an attack from the legendary aging mascot.
You just jumped right out at me, man.
Todd. Funhole News.
I don't know why I thought that was funny, but yeah. So yeah, if you end up killing Mushi, you also get this secret cutscene here with Plushie. So the Plushie model was made by a friend of mine, Yasin's World. And then we have the credits. So I think the credits song is probably the most iconic thing about this game, at least it seems.
I walk alone in Mooshi's footsteps. I'm gonna kill everybody. Yeah. Mooshie is my idol. He taught me how to cook. Mushi is the best in the world. Nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat him. Mooshie, Mooshie, Mooshi's kitchen. Mooshie, Mooshie, Mooshi's kitchen. It's where it's at. Mooshi's kitchen is where it's at. It's where it's at. Mooshi's kitchen. Yeah. I cooking up ahead on the stove. Mooshi's kitchen is where I'm at since 4/20/1969. That's right, since April 20th, 1969. I've been here at Mooshi's cooking all day, every day, with my boy Mooshie all day. My boy Mooshie on the way. My boy Mooshie. Yeah.
And so yeah guys, that there is Mooshi's Kitchen. So yeah, if you've played Mooshie's Kitchen before last year, be sure to let me know what you thought of it when you first played it. And yeah, I mean, Mooshi's Kitchen, I am proud of how it did when it first released. It got to the number 2 spot on the popular section of Itch.io, or more specifically, I think the popular horror section of Itch.io, or it could have even just been the popular section as well, where it was at number 2, but, you know, either way, it was really, really high up. So yeah, I am proud of how Mooshi's Kitchen did, and yeah, overall, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out the new Mooshi's Kitchen Reheated. It is the reboot to Mooshi's Kitchen. So Act 1 is out. There are going to be 3 acts of Mooshi's Kitchen Reheated. The 2 other acts will be releasing in the full game. So yeah, if you want to go try Act 1 right now, again, it is free on Itch.io. Be sure to go check it out if you want to. And yeah. So overall, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.